What's up, everyone? Anthony Trevelyante here from Trav Media Group. In the next few minutes, I'm going to walk you through our rebuild. I'm going to do this as quick as possible so you can just read the rest on the page. You're not sitting here watching a video of me all day. But what we're doing here, this is different than the migration. So if you look at the migration page, that's for brands who are ready to build a better foundation. What this is here is for brands ready to enter the new era. So what do we do here and what is different about this? So this build is from the ground up. And the benefit of that is we get to put our architecture on it. We get to put our strategy on it. You know, a migration utilizes kind of what you had. This utilizes what you could have. So, you know, we believe a website is never complete. So we build a website in a fashion that is scalable, that is sales focused, that does all the right things. So where most agencies go wrong is they build websites like designers. They focus on the creative. They focus on these basic layouts. They use templates. They use a lot of things to get you a website, but they don't think about it with this connectivity of sales. So what we do is build sales first websites. So your website shouldn't just be a brochure. It should be the best salesperson you have. And that's where it all starts for us. So we start with that with our hub and spoke methodology, which you can see on our website. We kind of weave people through and the website and back to the homepage in unique ways. This is to keep people on the website longer, which increases sales, which also increases Google rankings. On top of that, we view it like a salesperson. So the benefit here is you're talking to a guy who actually has gone through the entrepreneurial journey, not just with Trav Media Group, but with so many other brands that I've started. You know, I'm kind of a serial entrepreneur. I've been in everything from bands to movies to t-shirt printing companies to coffee companies. I've done a lot where it's about figuring out how to drive traffic. And the funny thing is before this, I worked at a mass marketing agency, which kind of influenced many ways that we work here and build here. And this agency didn't have a sales process. Like all of their leads were kind of referral. A lot of their stuff came, you know, some people came through the website, but very little. It was like they couldn't themselves figure out how to tap into actually uncovering more leads and pushing forward. We have done that. You know, our company is still growing ourselves. We're still learning, but these tools and these things we do, we have used, and it's what's changed the game. You know, you're looking at a guy who's scraped raw data from Data Axle and has made hundreds of cold calls and has sat here and done all these things that just didn't produce the same results. Where once I unlocked our website and designed it in a different way and started retrieving the data from it, I was able to act. You know, and when I say data, a lot of these mass marketing agencies, they boast impressions and they boast numbers and visitor rates and stuff, and those things matter. You'll see them below, but we actually are giving you back a percentage of your traffic through a tool we have, and you're able to contact these people. You're able to rate them on LinkedIn. You're able to get ahead of the game and actually start talking to people who have been on your website without running ads and without relying on completely cold information. And again, you don't need to run ads, but it helps to drive traffic. But the more ads you run, the more data you reveal, you know? So it's like, it actually even increases that. But let's walk through a little bit on why our websites are different. You know, in my opinion, is we use smarter tech and no plugins. So Webflow, again, if you haven't seen our previous videos, Webflow is used by us for a few reasons. One is that it's faster. So there's less code. It's a faster loading website. It's more secure. It doesn't use plugins, so all SEO and performance and design and all that stuff is baked in the actual website. And it has zero maintenance fees. So even investing in a website, you're oftentimes paying so much just to keep it up. Like at minimum $300 a month is pretty much the common I see, but up to $800. I know a restaurant that used to pay $800 a month to have their website updated. We don't do that. You know, we create a system using the CMS in Webflow that is so much faster and so much smarter that allows you to update your website. We utilize no plugins, so there's no updates, there's less security breaches, there's no security breaches because there's no plugins. And all these little things that WordPress websites deal with, we just have eliminated for you. We also build from scratch, so we're not subbing this out to a company overseas. A lot of agencies use this company called the White Label Agency, which does WordPress outsourcing. So they will design your website in Photoshop. They'll make it look all pretty, and then they'll send it to someone to design. And again, they're just designed focused, and these developers will design it the way they will develop it the way it's designed, but they're not thinking about sales. They're not thinking about driving you leads. They're just doing what's being told by the agency, who's not in the right frame of mind to begin with. All they care about is the design. All they care about is this basic website that they're going to charge you way more than we even charge. And not that our websites are cheap, but they're going to charge you tons of money for this crap. So we actually come at it with a sales-focused architecture, and then we plug in those tools on the back end. And performance, like I said before, our sites just perform better, which is a huge part of the SEO world. So again, why do clients choose us? Strategic architecture, performance that speaks for itself, SEO built in, and it's designed to scale. So even this site, if you need to add stuff to it later, we just scale it. We keep scaling. The website's never finished. You don't have to think about what happens if something changes. The world is different now. We don't have these companies that function the exact same way. And for all you like manufacturing companies and roofing and like some of you more hands-on people out there, it's important to realize you've been getting knocked on the door for digital marketing for a while, and you've been knocked down the website. And even if you don't want to start running ads, even if you don't want to start doing more social media marketing, or even if you're like, hey, we can't take on this mass amount of new clients, the thing you have to realize, which our website does really well, is it uncovers leads you already have. So your existing website already has people coming to it. It already has people engaging with it. Your competitors are probably on there. There's a lot going on there that you cannot see. You can pay Google and Facebook to retarget those people, but you're not actually getting phone numbers. You're not getting company names. You're not getting LinkedIn accounts. We're giving you that. So imagine you had treasure buried in your backyard. And instead of digging up that treasure, you go, I get a paycheck every week. I don't need any extra money. Most people wouldn't operate that way. So your business shouldn't operate that way. We are going to uncover leads that you normally didn't know you had. And these are warm leads. They're not hot leads, but they're people who have engaged with your brand. They are people who know who your brand is. And they are people who may want to buy if you warm them up the right way, if you talk to them, if you keep following up with them for months. So again, go to the bottom of the page. You can see a lot of this information down there and a lot of examples of the data. But lastly, I want to talk about what's included. So we include a strategic site architecture, a brand new site, both design and development, conversion optimized page layouts, SEO migration and launch package, keyword gap analysis to find new keywords that are easier to target for you, Google Search Console and analytics setup, goal conversion tracking, full technical audit, on-page and off-page SEO setup, and launch testing and validation. So we are setting you up here for the new era. We're setting you up to do lead generation. We're setting you up for a future that is already waiting for you. And we believe in this future so much for you that if your website doesn't beat the old one in speed and search impressions within a year, we will relaunch the old site for free. So we'll actually back up your WordPress site and we'll just relaunch it, put you back to where you were, and it is what it is. But that just doesn't happen. We've never had a client leave us. We have this guarantee because we want you to know that if what we did doesn't work for you, we will put you back to where you were. We'll take all that time and that energy and that money for free, no charge for you, but we know it's going to work. So head down to the bottom of the page, and you can book a meeting with me if you want to talk a little more. And if you're not too sure about any of this, you head over back to the homepage, click on the free audit tool, and let it tell you what's wrong with your website. So we actually offer a free 20-page audit that will go through a website. It will tell you what's wrong. It will give you action items to fix it, and it will get you started. So even if you don't want to do business with us, it'll at least tell you where your holes are. It'll tell you where the performance goes south. It'll show you how fast your website is, how slow it is, whatever it is, but it's completely free and it is on the home page. So thank you guys for sticking in. I hope to be doing business with you guys later, and I'll see you down the road.